Hello, this is Oftheworld, your guide to the nations of our beautiful planet. Today, we're diving into the fascinating history of Burkina Faso. Positioned in the heart of West Africa, Burkina Faso is a landlocked country brimming with a rich tapestry of cultures, languages, and history. Its geographical context is unique, bordered by 6 different nations: Mali to the north, Niger to the east, Benin to the southeast, Togo and Ghana to the south, and Côte d'Ivoire, the southwest. Each of these nations lends a bit of their own flavor to Burkina Faso's diverse landscape. The capital, Ouagadougou, is a bustling metropolis, a stark contrast to the tranquil beauty of the country's famous landmarks like the awe-inspiring Sindou Peaks and the time-honored sacred crocodile ponds of Bazoul. Burkina Faso's linguistic landscape is as diverse as its physical one. While French serves as the official national language, a symphony of local dialects like Mossi and Dioula echo through the streets and homes, adding to the country's vibrant cultural mosaic. Now, what is Burkina Faso famous for, you ask? Well, it's renowned for its warm and hospitable people, its vibrant music and dance, and let's not forget the FESPACO, the largest Pan-African film festival on the continent. The name Burkina Faso, meaning the land of incorruptible people, was adopted in 1984, a symbol of the country's resilience and integrity. This spirit is also reflected in the national flag, a topic we'll delve into in the next segment. This nation, Burkina Faso, is also the answer to our weekly riddle, which asked, which country in Africa is known as the land of the upright people? Did you get it right? So as we prepare to embark on this journey through time, exploring the origins, the struggles, the triumphs, and the transformation of Burkina Faso, I invite you to buckle up as we travel back in time to the roots of this vibrant nation. Ever wondered about the origin of the name Burkina Faso? Well, it's quite a tale. The country was originally known as the Republic of Upper Volta, named after the Volta River that flows through the region. However, in 1984, under the leadership of Thomas Sankara, the name was changed to Burkina Faso. This new name is derived from the Moor and Dioula languages, 2 of the 60-plus languages spoken in the country. Burkina means upright or honest in Moor, and Faso translates to fatherland in Dioula. So Burkina Faso essentially means land of the upright people, a name that reflects the integrity and pride of the Burkinabe people. Now let's unfurl the flag of Burkina Faso. The flag is a symbol of the nation's history and values, and it consists of 2 equal horizontal bands of red and green with a yellow 5-pointed star resting in the center. The red symbolizes the revolution, reflecting the country's struggle for independence. The green stands for abundance, representing the agricultural richness of the nation, and the yellow star in the center, it signifies the guiding light of the revolution. A lesser-known fact is that the flag's design was inspired by the French tricolour and the Pan-African colours, symbolizing Burkina Faso's unity with other African nations that had also fought against colonial rule. The name and the flag of Burkina Faso are not mere labels or designs. They are powerful symbols that embody the history, struggle, unity, and integrity of the nation and its people. They are a testament to the spirit of the Burkinabe who stand upright and proud, just like their name suggests. And with that, we have cracked the code of the name and the flag of Burkina Faso. Now let's journey back to the origins of Burkina Faso. This West African land has a rich history that goes back thousands of years, to the times when humans first started to settle and build civilizations. Our story starts with the hunters and gatherers who roamed this region more than 10,000 years ago. They left behind a legacy of rock paintings in the northern parts of the country, which are some of the earliest known forms of human expression in the world. Then, around the 1st century AD, the Mossi people began to settle in the area. The Mossi were skilled farmers and brave warriors. They established several powerful kingdoms, including the famous Mossi kingdoms, which lasted from the 13th to the 19th century. The Mossi kingdoms were some of the most robust states in West Africa, known for their advanced political systems and vibrant cultures. The reign of the Mossi kingdoms marked by significant historical events. One of the most notable was the Battle of Cogologo in the 15th century. The Mossi, led by their charismatic leader, Nabakum, defeated the powerful Songhai Empire, securing the Mossi Kingdom's independence and marking an important chapter in Burkina Faso's history. But the Mossi weren't alone in shaping Burkina Faso's early history. The region was also home to other fascinating cultures. The Bobo, the Lobi, and the Gurunzi, to name a few, each contributed their unique traditions and ways of life to the mosaic of cultures that make up Burkina Faso today. The Bobo, known for their extraordinary masks and elaborate ceremonies, were mainly farmers and traders. The Lobi, on the other hand, were renowned for their animist beliefs and distinctive architecture. The Gurunzi were famed for their painted houses, a tradition that continues to this day. And let's not forget the Fulani, who brought their herding skills to the region and introduced Islam, which has shaped the religious landscape of Burkina Faso. In the midst of this cultural melting pot, trade and commerce flourished. The trans-Saharan trade routes brought goods, ideas, and people from far and wide, linking Burkina Faso to the broader world. However, the region was not without its conflicts. There were power struggles, territorial disputes, and clashes of cultures. Yet, these challenges only served to forge a stronger identity for the people of Burkina Faso. They learned to coexist, to adapt, and to thrive. And so, from the ancient rock paintings to the vibrant Mossi kingdoms, from the diverse to the bustling trade routes, Burkina Faso's early history is a tale of resilience, innovation, and cultural richness. It's a history that's deeply intertwined with the land and the people who call it home. And that, my friends, is how Burkina Faso began. What do you think about the early history of Burkina Faso? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Like many African nations, Burkina Faso has a history marked by colonial rule. In the late 19th century, the French began their conquest of the region, drawn by its abundance of natural resources. This marked the start of a period of French colonial rule which would significantly shape the future of Burkina Faso. The land, then known as Upper Volta, was officially declared a French protectorate in 1896. The French rule brought profound changes to the region. One of the most significant transformations was the introduction of the French language, which remains one of the official languages in Burkina Faso to this day. The French also introduced their own legal and administrative systems, influencing the way the country is governed even in the modern era. However, the colonial era was not just a time of cultural imposition, it was also a period of economic exploitation. The French extracted vast amounts of natural resources from the land, such as gold and cotton, which were shipped back to France to fuel its economy. Meanwhile, the local population saw little benefit from these riches. In addition to the extraction of resources, the French colonial government also imposed forced labor on the local population. This was particularly prevalent in the construction of railway lines and other infrastructure projects. The harsh conditions and heavy workload led to significant resentment and resistance among the local population, sowing the seeds of the future struggle for independence. Yet, despite the hardships of the colonial era, it was also a time of significant development. The French invested heavily in infrastructure, building roads, bridges, and schools. They also introduced modern agricultural techniques and established healthcare facilities. These developments, though primarily intended to serve the interests of the colonial power, also laid the groundwork for the future modernization of Burkina Faso. Tensions between the French and the local population continued to rise throughout the first half of the 20th century. These tensions were further exacerbated by the two world wars, in which many Burkinabe were conscripted to fight for France. The impact of these wars on the local population was profound, leading to increased demands for independence. In the wake of World War II, the winds of change began to blow across Africa. The era of colonial rule was coming to an end, and the struggle for independence was about to begin. Burkina Faso, like many other African nations, was on the brink of a new chapter in its history, and thus Burkina Faso was shaped by the hands of colonial powers. But every story of colonization has a chapter of rebellion. Burkina Faso is no different. Picture this, the mid-20th century, the winds of change are sweeping across the African continent. The shackles of colonial rule are starting to loosen. For Burkina Faso, then known as Upper Volta, the call for independence is growing louder. In the heart of this movement is a name you might not have heard before: Daniel Uwezin Coulibaly, a man of conviction, a man of the people. He was a key figure in the decolonization process, tirelessly advocating for autonomy and the rights of the Burkinabe people. Coulibaly, along with other vibrant minds, formed the Voltaic Union, a political party with a singular goal, independence. They were instrumental in the formation of the African Democratic Rally, a pan-African political movement that played a vital role in the struggle for independence across the continent. In the year 1958, the winds of change finally reached Upper Volta. The French Fourth Republic crumbled, giving way to the Fifth Republic under Charles de Gaulle. De Gaulle, in a bid to maintain France's influence in Africa, offered its African colonies the choice of joining the new French community as semi-autonomous republics. Back in Upper Volta, a referendum was held. People, led by the Voltaic Union, voted overwhelmingly in favor of becoming an autonomous republic within the French community. This was the first significant step towards independence, a momentous occasion that marked the beginning of the end of French rule. However, the road to independence was far from smooth. The nation faced a myriad of challenges, including political instability and economic struggles. But the spirit of the Burkinabe people remained unbroken. They were determined to shape their own destiny. Finally, on the 5th of August, 1960, Upper Volta full independence from France, forever closing the chapter on colonial rule. A new chapter was unfolding, one of self-governance, of nation-building, of carving a unique Burkinabe identity on the world stage. The name Upper Volta, however, still echoed its colonial past. It wasn't until a man named Thomas Sankara came into power that the country would take the name we know today, Burkina Faso, the land of upright people. But that, dear listeners, is a tale for another time. For now, let's take a moment to appreciate the journey. The struggle for independence is not merely a chapter in a history book. It's a testament to the resilience of a people, the power of unity, and the enduring pursuit of freedom. So, with courage and determination, Burkina Faso claimed its place as a sovereign nation. Let this story serve as a reminder that the road to independence may be long and arduous, but the destination, the freedom to shape one's own destiny, is certainly worth the journey. Now, what are your thoughts on Burkina Faso's journey to independence? Let us know in the comments. Independence is just the beginning of the story. Let's see what happened next. Burkina Faso, previously known as Upper Volta, gained independence from France on August 5, 1960. It was a time of jubilation, but also a time of uncertainty. The country had to navigate the complexities of self-governance and nation-building. The first president, Maurice Yameogo, took the reins, but his regime was marked by authoritarian rule and political unrest. He was replaced in 1966 by the first of many military coups that would shape Burkina Faso's post-independence narrative. The political landscape was in constant flux, with leadership changing hands several times. One of most impactful leaders was Captain Thomas Sankara, who seized power in a coup in 1983. Sankara was a charismatic and revolutionary leader, often referred to as the African Che. He introduced radical reforms and even changed the country's name from Upper Volta to Burkina Faso, meaning land of incorruptible people. His reign was cut short when he was overthrown and assassinated in 1987 by his close aide, Blaise Compaoré. Compaoré guided the nation towards economic liberalization and closer ties with the West. His attempt to extend his presidency in 2014 led to widespread protests, resulting in his resignation and the end of his 27-year rule. After the tumultuous period under Compaoré, the country has been led from the elections in 2015 until a coup d'état on January 2022 by Roch-Marc Christian Kabore. On September 30, 2022, Ibrahim Traoré overthrew Lieutenant Colonel Paul-Henri Sandaogo Damiba in a coup d'état and took charge of the patriotic movement for safeguarding and restoration. He is in charge of the country until the election of July 2024. Economically, Burkina Faso, a predominantly agricultural country, had to grapple with harsh and advocating for human rights. On the economic front, Burkina climatic conditions, soil quality, and a lack of resources. Despite this, the country has made significant strides, is now one of Africa's largest producers of gold. Culturally, Burkina Faso has flourished in the post-independence era with music, dance, and oral storytelling thriving. The country also hosts the biannual Pan-African Film and Television Festival of Ouagadougou, one of Africa's most prestigious film festivals. However, Burkina Faso has faced its share of challenges, from political instability to economic hardships and increased security threats. Yet the spirit of the Burkinabe people remains unbroken. They continue to strive for progress, embodying the true essence of their country's name, the land of incorruptible people. And that brings us to the Burkina Faso we know today, under the leadership of Ibrahim Traoré. Now that we've journeyed through history, let's take a look at present-day Burkina Faso. In the heart of West Africa, Burkina Faso, the land of honest men, continues to evolve, shaped by its robust history and the resilience of its people. The country's political landscape is characterized by a semi-presidential republic model, with the president serving as the head of state and the prime minister as the head of government. Delving into the geographical aspects, you'll find that Burkina Faso boasts a diverse landscape spanning from the Sahara Desert in the north through the Sahel region to the savannas in the south. The country is roughly twice the size of the United Kingdom, covering an area of around 274,000 square kilometers. Moving on to the demographics, the population of Burkina Faso is a vibrant tapestry of over 20 million people, comprising a multitude of ethnic groups. The Mossi people make up the majority, followed by the Fulani, Gurunsi, and other groups, each contributing to the rich cultural mosaic of the nation. Language, as you'd imagine, plays a crucial role in the vibrant tapestry of Burkina Faso's culture. French is the official language, a vestige of the colonial era, but it's the multitude of local languages and dialects, such as Moor, Dioula, and Fula, that truly give voice to the nation's soul. Religion, too, is an integral part of Burkina Faso's identity, with Islam and Christianity being the most widely practiced. But don't be surprised to find that traditional African religions still hold a significant place in the spiritual lives of many Burkinabe. Despite the challenges it faces, Burkina Faso has made strides in areas like education and healthcare. The country continues to invest in its most valuable resource, its people. In fact, Burkina Faso has one of the highest rates of school enrollment in Africa, a testament to its commitment to building a bright future. Burkina Faso's economy is primarily agrarian, with nearly 80% of the population engaged in subsistence farming. Cotton is the country's gold, contributing significantly to the national economy. Yet Burkina Faso is also blessed with other natural resources, including gold and manganese, which it exports to countries around the globe. But it's not all about numbers and facts. Burkina Faso is a country of festivals, music and art. Its people are known for their warmth and hospitality, and the nation's cultural heritage is as rich and diverse as its landscape. And there you have it, Burkina Faso, a tale of resilience and transformation. From its early history to its present state, Burkina Faso's journey is a testament to the indomitable spirit of its people. It's a nation that carries its past with pride, faces its present with courage, and looks to the future with hope. But wait, there's more. Here are some lesser-known facts about Burkina Faso. Did you know that Burkina Faso is one of the largest cotton producers in Africa? Indeed, cotton is so significant here that it's often referred to as white gold. This small, landlocked country is the heart of Africa's cotton industry. Burkina Faso is also home to a unique cultural event known as the Pan-African Film and Television Festival of Ouagadougou, or FESPACO for short. Held every 2 years, it's the largest film festival on the African continent, celebrating African cinema and promoting African filmmakers. Now let's delve into the culinary realm. The national dish of Burkina Faso is called risgras, which translates to fat rice. It's a delectable, hearty dish made with rice, tomatoes, onions, bell peppers, and meat, usually mutton or beef. Here's another surprising fact. Faso has a vibrant music scene. It's particularly known for its traditional music, which features instruments like the balafon, a kind of wooden xylophone, and the kora, a 21-string harp lute. The country is also home to the largest craft market in West Africa. Located in the capital, Ouagadougou, the market is a treasure trove of handcrafted goods, from intricate textiles to hand-carved wooden masks, providing a vibrant snapshot of the country's rich cultural heritage. Lastly, Burkina Faso has a unique tradition called It's a Nighttime Celebration, where people gather around a bonfire, dance and tell stories. This tradition is a testament to the country's strong sense of community and love for storytelling. So now you know a bit more about this fascinating country. From its significant cotton industry to its rich cultural traditions and vibrant music scene, Burkina Faso is a country full of surprises. It's a testament to the diversity and richness of African cultures. Who knew there was so much more to discover about Burkina Faso? Did any of these lesser-known facts surprise you? Tell us in the comments. Well, if you've come this far, you must be a real history buff. Or perhaps you just fell asleep on your keyboard. Either way, I'm glad you're here. You've journeyed with me, Oftheworld, through the fascinating history of Burkina Faso, from its earliest beginnings to the present day. We've explored the intricacies of its flag, delved into its diverse dialects, and even discovered what makes this nation tick. You've shown admirable tenacity, sticking it out through the complex tapestry of events, characters, and facts. And if you've enjoyed this journey as much as I have, then I have good news. There's a whole world of history waiting to be explored, one nation at a time, every Sunday. All you have to do is subscribe. Think about it. With just one, you can join a community of knowledge seekers, history enthusiasts, and trivia collectors. And trust me, the subscribe button is much easier to find than some of the obscure historical facts we've covered today. More than just history, we explore culture, geography, and even the lesser-known facts that often slip through the cracks of mainstream narratives. We're not just about the what and when, but also the why and how. We delve into the heart of each nation, uncovering the human stories behind the historical events. If you've ever wondered about the world beyond your doorstep, if you've ever wanted to understand the events that shaped our modern world, or if you simply enjoy a good story, then this is the place for you. But don't just take my word for it. Subscribe and find out for yourself. After all, as the old saying goes, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. And in this case, the pudding is a smorgasbord of historical insights, cultural explorations, and intriguing facts. So why not hit that subscribe button? After all, you wouldn't want to miss our next historical adventure, would you? Now, here's a question for you. Is there a particular country whose history you're curious about and would like us to explore next? Drop us a comment below and let us know.